Ball goes into the post. Your eyes see the ball, so you're able to see him, but you're also not engaged and active. You should be in a stance with your hands out, ready to defend. As the play resumes, you get the jump ball, which is great. The ball is starting to come in. I just want you to watch you. You're just taking your time. You're just standing. You're not in a stance. You're just standing the whole time. This is not good activity. When this ball comes here inside, you now have to kind of rotate a little bit, just about right here. You got to be in a stance, have those hands out, because you got to be able to help your teammate right here if need be. And then you got to be able to go rebound this ball. Don't just only play one side of the floor, play both sides of the floor. Solid play right here. You're taking the ball out. You get it out to the big man over the top with a good pass. 3 guys go double team him, and you get out to the corner. You get a quality look. As we get started again, just watch yourself again, just standing in activity, not ready to guard, standing straight up. You got to be in a stance, right? Get through this screen here a little bit. He starts his drive. They get a shot up. When a shot goes up, you have to hit the body. The person you're guarding is right over here. You just allow him to easily crash the boards. He's now going to come here and crash for the rebound, and you're just leaking out. So he's able to come in here, and he has perfect prime position to rebound the basketball. He doesn't get it, but the point is you didn't do your job to box out. You got to do those little things. Now out of it, you're coming back down in transition. You catch the ball here. Nice job here. They're not guarding you, so you pull the shot. Excellent look. So these are 2 quality shots in a row. You want to continue to see quality shots just like that. You're right here, and the referee has the ball. Your problem is you just don't stay engaged and you don't give any activity. Look at you walking. They have the ball right now, and you're just walking slowly around. And then when you start guarding the ball, you're not really guarding the ball. You're playing fake defense. Weak closeout, not guarding the ball. And these are things that you need to work on. Do not get caught up in being a player that is very talented offensively, but you're disinterested on defense. Watch your man just go down and you don't see them. You just turn and leave him, and you don't stay focused on him, and you don't box him out if he were to shoot. Those little things, you're not giving any activity or any level of strong interest on defense. And we want to see you make it to the college level, make it to the pro level. And those are the little things that you got to key in on. Now watch you here on this possession on defense. You guys are now in 2-3 zone. You're right here. As this ball moves, just your engagement level is just poor. It's poor. I'm going to tell you the honest truth. You're playing for an actual NBA player, a longtime NBA veteran who had a great career. You're just standing around. Shot goes up. You got 2 options. Hit a body or crash the boards for the rebound with your knees bent. Or if you are the point guard or lead guard, get over here and get your back to the sideline. So that way, when the ball is passed to you, you can now go up the court. So this would be your right foot. This would be your left foot. And once the ball comes, your back is facing the sideline to where now you can see anything down the court when you catch the ball. Here goes your 3rd straight quality shot. Catch it in the corner, you're wide open, you shoot it, and you make it. Good job with making the shot, but now you got to play defense. Now you got to lock in. I can honestly say that just by watching this game film, you only play one side of the floor. And that's just a terrible reach you just did. Like, guard the basketball. Be engaged, lock in. That's terrible. You're just standing. On top of that, look at your coach. Look at Coach Smith. He doesn't look too happy with you. I'm assuming he's not happy with you. And those are the things that you got to do. It's more than just putting the ball in the hole. The lack of focus on defense is just really, really bad. Right now, you're guarding the ball, and just look at you. You're standing there. He just throws it right over you. You got to have intensity and focus. This whole possession, you stood. You guys are back in your zone. They're all coming back on defense right now, your teammates. So they're not down the court. So there's something called hold. So right now you're here in this corner, but you're worried about drifting up to your spot in the 2-3 while he still is not yet in the corner and he's running toward the corner. Because you wanted to go back out to your spot, you gave up a wide open 3-pointer. There's somebody in the corner. So you can't evacuate from the corner until your teammate has made it to the corner. This pass comes, you left somebody that's wide open just to run to your area instead of holding until your teammate properly got back. And Josh Smith was not too happy about that. Shot goes up, and that's a 3. So coach is telling you, why would you leave? And you're saying that you had to go up to the top, and you see his reaction. So that's just basketball 1-on-1. Your team is coming down in transition defense. Don't leave open a wide open player who can make a 3. Nice play here. You got the screen coming up and you reject it. He gets off balance. And then you draw the wing defender and you get off the ball and pass it to your teammate for a wide open look. Good execution here. You can't stand in the same spot. The ball has been swung to the corner. You now have to rotate. You now got to be about right here in the paint. Remember, these guys out here on the perimeter, if this ball is swung to them, you have enough time to go close out. Now, I do notice that you guys are doing a scouting report defense. You guys don't even guard this guy here in the corner. You just leave him wide open because he is a non-shooter. That backside needs to stay attached to the shooter. The shooter is over here, and Coach Smith is trying to tell this person over here to come up and match up with this shooter. But I want you to see that on the backside, your teammate over here who plays the other top spot of the zone, you see he came down near the high post. So that's where you need to be at when the ball is rotated to the opposite corner from you. But this pass that happens for this 3 is not your fault. Shooter gets the ball and hits the shot. You're wide open here for this shot on the wing. Nobody's guarding you. You might want to start getting your feet and everything ready. Your hands are ready, but your feet aren't. So when you end up catching this ball, you have to reload right here. So you already want to be in load area because a lot of these guys are taller than you, longer than you, more athletic than you. So you still get it off, but you see this guy got long arms and closes out. So you want to be able to get off that shot quicker. You still get it off, but start preparing yourself to have those knees bent, ready to go up immediately on the catch. Let's talk moving without the ball. Right now you're in the corner. Let's talk moving without the ball. Right now you're in this corner. Lift it up just a little bit. And the guy is guarding you here in the corner. As this ball continues to move, he now starts to come up because he has to be ready for this next pass to take it. So this is where you need to lift back up. So you drop here. Now he swings it. Right now, this guy is standing directly in front of the guy right here with the ball. So he has to throw this ball over him. You should veer up to the wing. That way, when your teammate makes the pass to you, you're able to catch it right here. And the person who is guarding the ball, he can't get to it. So now he is angled here, but that pass is basically easier for you to catch. Once you catch it here, you can drive it and pull up right here for a jump shot, or dribble over for the 3 and pull up for the shot. This is just a key moving without the basketball. Right now, that player gets his hands on the ball, which negates you from getting a wide open shot. So make sure you move to the open area, be in the vision of the passer. Right now, coach is giving you guys a scouting report out of your defense. He's telling you guys to drop back on number 5 and this person. So he's giving you guys a scout. Even though he tells you to drop back, right? He's motioning to drop back. You got to drop back in a stance still, being ready to react to a pass or anything, because you guys are essentially giving up the jump shot. But just look at the way that you're standing here. You're not ready. Still in the zone. Your hands should be outstretched. You should be in a stance. You should be engaged for a pass or late contest. As this person loads up for this shot, then you go out and contest. But you're not in any athletic stance. So still be in some athletic stance the entire time. Yes, he misses the shot, but your engagement is extremely low. So just because he says back up, he does not mean back up and stand. Now you got to be aware of the court. Now the shooter is on your side of the court. So coach is trying to tell you that the shooter is here on your side. So now you got to be locked in and kind of edge up toward him, because you guys are playing scouting report defense. You guys are not just playing a regular zone. So you need to be just a little bit closer up here, because the only shooter he's worried about is number 4. So you got to be locked in and understand your awareness on the floor to know where to be at any given time. He's still yelling at you to go up. He's telling you to extend, because he does not want him to get any wide open shot, because he's a great shooter and he has the range. So make sure that you are paying attention to the scout, paying attention to the personnel on the floor. You have to rotate. You have to rotate. You stay at the elbow right here in this spot the entire time, no matter where the ball is being moved. No matter where the ball's going, you keep standing at the elbow. Now it's down here. Now it makes it to the actual dunker spot. You don't move. You're not rotating. You're not moving on the flight of the ball. You got to play better defense. You got to be engaged. At this point, you're talented as hell, bro. Like, you got the ability. You got all of that, LeShawn. Right now, you're just not willing to do the work on defense. And you got to make a choice to do the work on defense because you're not even giving poor effort. You're not giving effort. Okay, so number 5 is the driver. Okay, coach says back up. That's right. Be in a stance. A driver is trying to get as close as he can to the basket. So reaching for a driver does not make any sense. Just stay in front. He goes with his cross and you just go for the reach instead of beating him to the spot and cutting him off with your chest. And now he gets toward the basket and he gets a floater. Do the right defense. Get in front, cut him off, stay in front. He wants to get inside the paint. Right out of it, you get the ball and you get the nice finish. But I'm just going to tell you right now, from a college coach's perspective, you look like a player who only cares about offense, and your offense is not so much high level that it's going to make coaches just forget that you don't play defense. If you're going to have no defense at all, you got to be a high level offensive machine. You got to be so efficient, so great, and so special. And right now, you can score and you're talented, but you're not like this overbearing, special, immensely offensively talented player where nobody can't stop you. So you have to play defense. This is terrible offense, terrible shot selection. First, I want you to see that your big man has a nice seal right here. One of the first things you should do is you should be floating this pass over the top to your big because he has him sealed. As the possession continues to go, you don't pass him the ball. You keep it. But this guy's up on you. He's up in your space. He's in your space. Right now, this space is closed, right? He's up near you. He's right next to you, arm's length. And you still find a way with him up in your space to pull a shot. And he's right here. And also, you release from a very low point coming from up here. So, of course, he's going to be right there to get that block. That's terrible shot selection. You should have passed the ball inside to the big. You do the same thing on defense, whether you guys are in man or in zone. Right now, you guys are in man defense, and you're guarding this player right here in the corner. So the ball is at the top. Once the ball gets swung to the opposite corner, you got to rotate over to the midline. That's where you got to be. And you're not there at all. You got to make sure you get to the midline at all times and rotate on defense. Once again, move as the ball is moving. Coach Smith is playing a lot of scatter report defense. So right now, as you see, the ball handler with the ball is number 5, who is the driver. Then he also has a teammate right here who is trying to set a screen and roll. The person on the corner, coach, he's motioning your teammate right here to come over to the midline because the person in the corner, which is this guy, who is now walking down to the corner to come here, he's not worried about him as a shooter. So he wants him to get on the midline so that way he can clog up this paint. Now, number 5 sees that the paint is clogged because he has 3 players who are all geared up in the paint to take his drive away. Now, coach motions for you to come out when the ball gets swung, right? He's yelling at you, come up, come up. Now you come up. The problem is when you come up, there's no hands up, no quality contest on the late contest. On top of that, no box out. You're just leaking out. So you got to get those hands up. You got to give those efforts. So even though he has you playing a certain way defensively, that doesn't mean you just stand and stop. Lock in. This is the thing that I've been noticing. Any shot that goes up, you just stay back. So at least still come in and crash a little bit. You don't have to come all the way inside the paint because you got bigs down there. But maybe come out here for the long rebound. Maybe get about free throw line area. That way, if the ball bounces long, you can grab it. And it still gives you quality position to sprint back on defense to potentially stop the ball. As you see here, Coach Smith commends you. This is a little bit of a better stance. Shot goes up. You get up a hand, a late contest. This is what he is giving up on him. And that's okay. Coach is willing to live with that. That is scouting report defense. That's fine. As you see, he gives you a thumbs up. So make sure that you continue to do that. Just stay more engaged and focused and in a stance so that way you can still make a quality late contest, which you did a better job there. We get the high screen and roll. Get that ball swung to the corner. He immediately swings it back to you. You're wide open. Excellent shot. Way to have your feet set and knock down the shot. Good look. Scout and report defense works again. The only thing I would just change is just stay in that stance and stay ready. Ready for his drive. That's what you really want to be ready for. Ready for when he chooses to say, I'm going to go drive to the middle. I'm going to go drive down the paint. That you are ready to body him up and slide. Shot goes up again. You get the hand up. This is what coach wants. He's not a great shooter. That's what he's looking for. Excellent job.